apologize for the sound. I hope it was alright. It's because I just felt so much like recording and I didn't have my equipment, so I spontaneously made a coffee and had some strawberries and felt very chatty, so I hope it was okay. It was my birthday yesterday, actually, but I kind of feel like it's happening since Monday, which is nice, but it made me think about a lot of things, especially about how much energy do I actually invest in myself and what I want. And it's just in general, you know, apologies to speak with full mouth. I know it's not polite, but I just felt like hanging out with you guys, so that's what I'm doing. Because this, honestly, this is my safe space. And I'm so fucking grateful to all of you that actually follow my journey and that actually comment on my videos and try to somehow connect in that way, or like, you know, let me know that you are real, that you are alive actually. Because I love humans. I think we are amazing. And I love to connect. So to know that people that actually watch are real and they genuinely do it because they're interested is so beautiful, because it makes me feel like I can really be myself and show my true self right here. And there are still people that won't judge me or won't dislike me or, you know, just accept me, but people that will actually celebrate me, that will actually like me for who I am. And I know that it's probably very common to say for a lot of creators, but it's true. Like, create your own safe space, even if it has to be online because you're not ready to do it outside in the real world. Yeah, so I'm really grateful for that. But back to my birthday. It made me reflect a lot on the on the past year that just passed, and it just made me think about how last year I sort of made a pact with myself, because I guess I started to recognize my value as an artist and as a person, just looking back at all the experiences I have and all the knowledge and, you know, just generally things that I'm capable of. And recognizing that and realizing that, you know, I should start investing more energy into myself and more into like standing up for myself. And not in a mean way, or, you know, saying people that, oh, you should pay me, or I'm not gonna do this if that. No, but just genuinely, first of all, ask. You know, because if you want something, you just have to ask. And I think we are all sort of ready to receive no as an answer, or the worst case scenario, like maybe somebody, you know, your friend or somebody you just know asked you to help out at a festival or at an exhibition, whatever it is, because you are really good in, let's say, human resources or just the overall logistics and stuff. Like, for example, it's something I really love to do, a lot of logistics, and it would be really helpful for them to have that kind of person, so they approach you. But there is no discussion about money, there is no question about will she get paid, will she not. It's just, can you sorry guys, it was my strawberry, but it's all good, it survived. There is no discussion sorry, going back to the topic, there is no discussion about money or will she get paid or not. It's just, can you do the job? Yes. You want to do it? Yes. Okay, perfect, let's do it. Here is the task, here is how it can help, blah blah blah. Take initiative, which I always take so much initiative, and sometimes I feel like it's a bit stupid. I sort of pay for that. I should kind of step back and first ask about something, but here is my point. If they don't bring up the discussion about money, you can always do that. You can always ask in a genuine way and explain to them, look, I'm in a point in my life where I'm transitioning from part-time artist, or maybe even just somebody who doesn't get paid for their art, to someone who wants to do that for a living. And you have to understand that if I want to help you, it should be paid, at least a little bit. Otherwise, I can't do it, because I already have a job on my hands that pays my bills, plus I have maybe a job, my own business that I'm developing, which is kind of another work that hopefully will pay job in the future. So if I have to help you, I have to slow down or postpone some of these jobs that already pay my bills. So if you cannot help me to sort of substitute for that, unfortunately I'm not able to help. And I know it's very hard to say no, and it's very hard to also bring up this discussion, but you have to ask. You have to take yourself seriously, and yeah, just show people that you are. And it's not to say that they don't know you are not worth something. I think people genuinely know and they see your value, and that's why they approach you in the first place. But they have to also understand that you only have certain capacity to help out and do things, and there is nothing wrong with helping out and doing things for free from time to time if you genuinely want, and if you want that experience, or if you were to really do it for free no matter what, go for it. There is nothing wrong with that, but you really have to be strict with your boundaries and with your limits, right? And I think this is something that I've been sort of slowly pulling back on in the past year. And yeah, like, I vividly remember in the first half of the year I've really recognized, okay, this is the job that pays my bills. I'm gonna be totally transparent with you. So I clean houses. Actually, at the time last year I had 3 jobs. I cleaned houses, I worked in a hotel, and then I also worked as a substitute in a school, and now I only clean houses and I work in a school. And the reason for that is that I had my own business project, Art Connects, and I've been developing that, and that was sort of like, this is my job. And in Czech we say, like, the train doesn't go over that, so it means like this line is not going to be crossed. I'm gonna work on that certain amount of hours a week, and I have to take it as seriously as my job that pays my bills. It's like the same bracket. If you think about, like, I'm very visual, if you imagine having like a timetable in your head and you go to work, let's say 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, a certain amount of hours. I don't work so many hours because I worked in like cleaning and in the hotel, or sometimes in the school. So I would take care of, like, okay, this is some hours that I work and they pay my bills. Then I have some kind of extra hours which I can use for my work, for the transition. So I use that for Art Connect. And then if there is another project, somebody approaches me, hey, can you help out with festival? Can you help out with theater props? Can you help out with the scene, with the costumes, whatever it is? I'm taking away from that work hours, right? Or I'm taking away from my free time, from my time when I need to rest and recharge and recover. And that's why they should pay you something, or offer some kind of compensation. Or it has to be such an amazing job that you are actually relaxing and it's fine, and you put in your portfolio, right? Like, it always should be worth it for you. It always has to be worth it. Otherwise you cannot do it. And yeah, I think I've been reflecting a lot about that, because last year I became really good in this. I've kind of organized my time like this, and then I quit my hotel job and I had a cleaning job, I had a job in the school. But I guess sometimes around New Year it started to sort of go down, as around, actually in December, as not so much was happening. So I suddenly had a lot of free time, but then they started reaching out a lot in school. Plus I had another project with a friend of mine to organize a retreat, which was I had to stay very flexible in like the hours when I work, when I don't. They started reaching out a lot from the school, and I realized basically in the last month that I'm kind of burning out, I think, you know. And it's just because I stopped respecting these lines, I stopped respecting these boundaries, and I sort of, you know, and it's not something that happens overnight, it's really something that happens it's so subtle. It's kind of like when you get into a toxic relationship and you slowly start to overlook the small things, like, oh no, it's fine, oh but it's okay, and it was just once, and it was just a small job to help them, and it just took 5 minutes to film that video, and it's gonna help my career, la, la, la. Like, it's so subtle, but if you let that go on and on for too long, it might really get you in this place of burning out, and you question why did that happen, or how did that happen, and you feel like I've done so much but I've done nothing, and where am I, and I lost myself because I'm doing so many other projects. And then you realize, oh, I'm not getting paid for any of them, so why am I doing this? And it's not to say that I don't enjoy them, but I have to be strict, because there is so many things I love to do, but I can't do them all, right? Yeah, so I guess that was my sort of birthday reminder, and I hope to balance it out now. I only have 2 weeks until like a festival, which I think is kind of like the last thing that I want to do from these huge collaborations, and then then I'm focused on myself and this beautiful podcast that I want to develop, and this beautiful YouTube channel that I have, this beautiful community and safe place. So yeah, that was my birthday reminder, and I hope that it maybe reminded you also to respect your own boundaries and how important it is actually, yeah, to set time for yourself, but not only that, but especially being in this transition from, you know, still working in a job that you hate to get the job that you actually want, that you create for yourself, to really be very strict and recognize that you can't hustle 24/7, and you actually cannot take every opportunity that you have, and you have to prioritize, and you have to recognize where is your limit and how to set your own boundaries and put yourself first. Yeah, because there is nothing wrong with asking. There is nothing wrong with asking if you can get paid for the job, and if they say no, then it's up to you. You either decide, okay, I'm gonna take it, but then realize that you still invest your energy and time into that, or simply be ready to say no. And it's totally fine. You don't have to be rude about it, and I think the people will understand if you explain it to them well. And if they don't, then they show their true colors, right? Then you will not collaborate with them in the future, so that's also good. So yeah, the universe is working for you, so yeah, everything is gonna work out and be alright. So love yourself, care for yourself, and put yourself first. Respect your boundaries, but first of all, recognize them and set them, and then respect them. That's all from me for today, and I apologize for the sound. I hope it was alright. It's because I just felt so much like recording and I didn't have my equipment, so I spontaneously made a coffee and had some strawberries, and felt very chatty, so I hope it was okay. And if you like this video, please consider subscribing and liking. I release new videos every week, and I'm planning to do a little bit more vlogs also to show you how I live, what I do. Yeah, and I'm very curious to hear how your thoughts about this topic. Yeah, have a beautiful day, beautiful start of the week, and I see you in the next episode. episode. Bye!